Okay, Daf Lamed Daled Amud Aleph from the next sugya. This next sugya talks about the parameters of when kefel would be payable in situations. Well, first in the situations obvious, and then situations that are not so obvious because they're a little weird. Okay, looking in line 51. Line 51. Peshita. It is obvious. This is the case that's obvious about kefel. Oma. If the shomer says, Aini Mishalim, I ain't gonna pay, or anyone who is capable, in that case, well, no, it's talking about shomer, Aini Mishalim, I'm not paying. The chaz of Oma, and then he retracts. He changes his mind and says, Hareini Mishalim, all right, I'll pay. Ha ka'ama Hareini Mishalim. Since the last thing he said was, I'm gonna pay, that is what we accept. And that is what he has to do. Hitaka has to pay, no problem. That's obvious because he admitted he owes money, and once you admit you owe money, you have to pay. And since it's the last thing he said, therefore definitely. Okay, Ella, line 52 at the end of the page now. Ella, rather, it's not so obvious. Maharini Mishalem, if he says, I'm going to pay. Now we turn to Daf Lamed Daled Amud Beis. Then he changes his mind and says, no, I'm not going to pay. So first he says, I'm going to pay, and then he changes his mind and says, I ain't paying. I ain't paying. What's the halacha? What's the halacha? Because we can look at it in two ways. Mi amrinon, do we say, choice A, mahadekah hadabe, that he's allowed to retract and go back on what he said, because he can, okay? Dilma, or perhaps choice number two, b'milse ka'e, that really he wants to pay, udchuyehu deka madchele. And why is he saying I'm not going to pay? Very, very simple. He just wants to stop Mr. Owner bugging him. Oh, when are you going to pay? When are you going to pay? When are you going to pay? I'm not paying. Even though I said I'm going to pay, I'm not paying. Just to stop him, to get him off his back. And really, he does want to pay. So therefore, Beis Din will make him pay. So we have, on the one hand, maybe he can change, maybe his taka changed his mind. Or on the other hand, we assume that he has changed his mind, not because he doesn't want to pay, but because he just wants to get the owner off his back. Okay. That's the first case that is ambiguous. Second case, line 3. If he says, I'm going to pay, we're on Daf Lamed Daled Amud Beis, line 3, at the end of the line, we're now on line 4. V'amru Banov, and his sons, meaning the sons of the Shomer, say, Ein anu mishalmin, we ain't paying. We're not going to pay. Why should we pay? We didn't do anything wrong. What's the halacha? Mi amrinon, do we say mahadikahadre bahu? Do they say that they can retract what their father had said because they didn't do anything wrong? Dilma, or perhaps really they had the intention to pay, but the reason they're saying they're not going to pay is that they're trying to stop the owner bugging them. When are you going to pay? When are you going to pay? That's it. I'm not paying. But still, they want to pay, and therefore it is enforceable. We don't know which one it is. That's the second case. Line number 7, beginning of the line. Shil mubanim. Now we got the other way around. It's not that the people who are chayav to pay do they have to pay if they retract or not. Now we're going to talk about if they did pay. Shil mubanim. If the shomer died, and then the sons paid for the item, they taka paid. What's the halacha? Is the owner allowed to say to them, when I decided to give your father the kefel, when he agreed to pay, why did I do that? Because I liked him. He's my buddy. So therefore I said, yeah, I'll give you a kefel. But you? Lie. Why should I pay you? I don't know you. So that's the first choice. Maybe that they can retract what their father said. He can retract what he said to their father because he doesn't really know that. Dilma, line number 9. We're still on line 9 over here. Come on, let's look in. Loishna. Maybe it doesn't make a difference. And who cares if he likes them or not? He agreed to give the kefel. He has to give the kefel. Those are the two choices. Next case, middle line number 9. Shilem lebonim. If the shomer is still alive, but the Baal died, and then the shomer paid the sons of the Baal, as he agreed to pay their father. What's the halacha? Matsu, line 10. Matsu Amrele. Are the sons of the Baal able to say to the shomer, ki akni lecha avuna kfela, when I agreed to give your father kefel, when our father decided to give you the kefel, why? Because he liked you. But we don't know you, so therefore we don't have to give the kefil. We're going to change our minds on what our father said. Or perhaps maybe it doesn't make a difference, and they cannot retract on. They're not allowed to retract on what their father said about paying the kefil, giving the kefil over. Good. Next case, shil mubanim lebanim. What if everyone died? Okay, what if everyone died and the sons of the shomer paid the sons of the Baal? What's the halacha? What's the halacha? So if we have both reasonings of why, of why they should or shouldn't get kefil. Now we go from paying people dying or not dying. It changes the pace a little bit. Line 30. Now, shi le mechza. Excuse me. Shi le mechza. And if you look in Rashi, which is on the left side, next to the spine, next to line number 6, you see the Dibra Maschil, Shile Mechza, paid half. Okay? What does Rashi say? It's not that just that he paid half, but it's more than that. Mitchilasai, from the get-go, from the beginning, Amai said, Harini Mashalim Mechza v'lo yoseh. I'm only paying half, and I'm not paying 1 cent more. So the shomer said, I know that you're claiming I owe you $100 for your item, but I'm only going to pay $50. Okay, it's an important point. So back in the Gemara, line 13. Shile mechza, if he only paid half and only agreed to pay half, what's the halacha? Does he get half the kefel because he paid half, or does he get nothing because he didn't take care of his obligation? Don't know. Middle of line 13. Let's say someone borrowed 2 cows, and then only agreed to pay for one of them. Again, do we consider it a jumbo loan of 2 cows, and therefore he hasn't paid for his loan that he got messed up on, and therefore he doesn't get anything? Or does he get half the kefil because he paid for half the loan? Good question. We're still in the middle of this. Line number 14 now. If someone borrowed a cow from a partnership, there's 2 partners who own a cow, half each, and the shoyel borrows from the partners. And said, yeah, I'll pay you partner number 1, but you partner number 2, no, I'm not paying you. So he's paid for he's paid to owner number 1, he's paid everything that he owes owner number 1. So therefore, excuse me, does he get half the kefil if he gets found? The thief gets found? Or does he get nothing because he didn't fulfill his total obligation? Good question. We don't know what's the halacha. Line 15 in the middle. Shutaf Shalu, another case, if you have 2 partners and they borrow a cow, V'shilem echad mehen, and only one of these partners pays. So let's say I and my partner borrow a cow from one person, and I say, okay, it's my fault, I'm going to pay my half. And my buddy over here, who's not my buddy anymore because he's saying, I ain't paying, right? Do I get half the kefil because I fulfilled my obligation, because I was only half of the people who borrowed the loan, who borrowed the cow, or because we are a unit, myself and my buddy, we didn't fulfill our full obligations, therefore we shouldn't get anything. I shouldn't get anything. Good question. What is the halacha? line. Now we're going to start talking about women and marriage. Why? Because when a woman when a man and woman get married, when a man and woman get married, the woman has two types of property. There is the nichsei tzoin barzel. Nichsei tzoin barzel is stuff that belonged to her before she was married, and now during the marriage belongs to her husband. And in the event of a divorce, or death of the husband, she gets the original value of that property. Or there's nichsei meloy, which is called plucking property, which means the woman, after she gets married, still owns the item, but the husband gets to use it. And in the event of death or divorce, the woman gets the current value of the item. But she owns it throughout. So the Gemara says the following. Looking in, please. End of line number... Sorry, not the end of the line. Line 16. Shah amino isha. If a person borrows something from a woman, we're talking about from her nichsei maloig. It's her property. Her husband had control of it, but it's hers still. V'shilam l'bayla, and then this person who borrowed it paid the husband of this woman. What's the halacha? Do we say that since the husband had control, therefore he has fulfilled his obligation of paying the owner? Or do we say that since the woman is the true owner, therefore he hasn't paid the owner, and therefore he doesn't get the kefil? Good question. And then the opposite. Sha'amin line 17, and on the opposite case, if a woman borrows an item to use on her nichsei meloig, belongs to her, v'shilam baila, and she messes up it, but her husband pays. What's the halacha? Do we say that since her husband has control of nichsei meloig, therefore he has fulfilled the obligations of the owner? Or do we say that since the woman owns nichsei meloig and her husband doesn't, therefore the obligation has not been fulfilled? With all of these cases, the answer of the Gemara is teiku. Teiku means it stands as a question. Why does it stand as a question? Because it could go either way. The word teiku means either let it stand or it's a Rashi Tevis. It's an abbreviation of Tishbi, Yetaritz, Kushas, Vabayas. We have to wait till Eliyahu Navi comes and he will tell us the actual answer.